This has been a really long level.
Yeah.
I assume that basically all we have to do is the tunnels, and then we'll
I think
done,
so. I didn't mention it, but when I launched it, it said estimated time to completion 3 hours.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
Admittedly, I don't think that. Well, yeah, I don't think it doesn't necessarily accounts for having a whole lobby of people. Because it's when because you launch things solo. But it said estimated time 3 hours. That's probably what would happen if one person was doing this instead of one person actively antagonizing everyone.
Yeah.
And you all need to learn to work
fucking
in it rather than against it.
No.
Oh god, there's these tunnels, man.
Oh yeah, we have to like make a map of them so we can tell which ones we've done.
The majority of them are clean. It's just there's this one.
Gotta figure out how to like draw it out.
There's just like this one part of the tunnel that's like impossible to clean because it's covered in a bunch of laser beam schmutz.
Covered in laser beams?
Drop the bucket.
It's covered in fucking like bodies. And if you move them, they just spray shit everywhere. God.
Well, probably want to laser beam the bodies.
I mean, I don't have a laser beam. I'm just a man with a mop.
I'm just a man, just a regular man. Only thing I got is a mop.
Mopping up as best as I can.
Can't afford nobody. Just cleaning lasers up here in space. Corporation
I
don't pay
wage,
me.
Dude. Oh shit, there's a lot of mess. Yeah.
Well, there's just a bunch of fucking buckets at the bottom of this hole. How did they get here? Why would they be here?
I was trying to put buckets down there full of water so that I could help you all out. Like you'd be able to go there and be like,
but you just threw them down and they just went.
Wait, are you throwing buckets down the fucking wormhole?
I mean, not currently.
Whoa, god damn it. Why?
Because I was trying to be helpful. I'm sorry that
help unsuccessful.
I'm sorry that me trying to be helpful upset you.
It's not that it upset me. I'm just confused as to why you would throw down buckets when it barely even works as it is.
I'm sorry my sabotage offended you. Look at you. You're so offended.
That means I'm right. Fuck, I dropped the bucket of water. Pain in the ass.
That's how discourse works at this point.
Fucking buckets. Don't be pissy about that bucket. It just dropped. It's empty. So
I am bleeding. Therefore, the victor.
Holy shit! I feel like I've spent a million years just cleaning up this one hallway.
Yeah. Prepare for more.
No.
Yes. Yes. There's so many little poopies everywhere.
Well, somebody's blowing up something.
Oh, something exploded?
I've created a hell.
Yeah.
This thing I did.
think we're finally converging into one area to though.
Boy, trying to use the laser was not worth it.
I'll move the
only made things worse. Original hypothesis is correct.
Fucking damn it, I hate the fucking floor and the fucking tunnels. It's so it's so ribbed for nobody's pleasure.
Ribbed for no one's pleasure. Didn't realize we're still playing Monster Seeking Monster.
I'm sure somebody likes it.
If they like it, then they're wrong.
I mean,
proclivities are also wrong. There is one kink I will shame, and it's this tunnel.
And it is yours.
Oh, goodbye, bucket. That was spooky. It's like when a horror monster steals something. Like
what?
It's like when they put down the baby and the Vavitch, and then he turns around, and then they turn around and the baby's gone. but it was my bucket.
Oh yeah, your bucket was nasty.
It was just so spooky because I turned around just in time to see not a bucket, but just a man disappearing around the corner. It's like,
Stop, that's my baby.
My baby. The man took my
I ran
baby.
off of my bucket.
I have been watching like for the past
Somebody find my baby.
For the past 6 months, I've been watching nothing but
I found the worst hallway. Oh God.
Yeah, that's the one that I was working on.
How do I had to find my way back here, but with a bucket, which is gonna be hard.
No, I can lead you there. I've been watching like murder mystery and just general like weird stuff like that videos for like the past several months.
Yeah.
And there
that's
are
how you know how to murder somebody to be country.
I mean, yeah, it's
that's probably why he was thinking about it at least.
Yeah, but
I know how to delete a body.
I mean,
what if all murder mystery documentaries and procedural shows are all just a scheme to trick people into being worse at murder, and they're all lies. They're all full of they're all bullshit just to make the job for the FBI easier, because people just have really
Jesus,
bad ideas
on
how
to. That's a conspiracy that's way too good for the government to be able to pull it off.
Like that's I love the.
It'd be incredible. I just think about like how you the original version of the pilot of Breaking Bad was way too realistic, and they actually showed how to make meth, so they had to like change it and edit it differently to obscure the fact that they accidentally showed exactly how to make meth.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
It's just I just imagine like showing like painstaking details to make like silly putty meth, like it's just like a weird version of meth that's like really traceable and will just bring the FBI directly to your door or some shit.
That sounds more terrifying when you put it that way, where you're like, we're being subconsciously trained to be stupider at doing bad things, so that way it's easier to get caught.
Yeah.
The secret ingredient to meth is a sample of your DNA.
Yeah.
I mean,
put a toenail in every patch.
Just mail that to 23andMe with a little note that says, call the FBI.
I mean, technically, urine is what you put into antibiotics.
Urine doesn't have DNA.
DNA in urine.
No, but I'm saying you do put weird things into, like, putting your DNA into something isn't that weird of a thing.
But you don't do it with pee.
I mean, you do. Maybe we use ammonia.
Man, capital
ammonia for a lot of
I'm
medicine.
gonna have to Google this.
What?
Ammonia is just like DNA.
DNA.
It does not.
I mean, probably not.
It does not.
We solved the riddle of
But
the
now
thing we
know.
knew going in.
It's just.
I think
It's
the
just
worst thing
liquid.
about the tunnel you're trying to clean right now, Andrew, is just that it's so fucking hard to even get a bucket. Like the distance from where the buckets come from to that location is so extreme.
No, really.
And treacherous. Or at least it's really hard to identify the way to get that path going. Also, all these tunnels definitely look like they're just bowels.
Yeah, they are just bowels.
We're definitely just running around inside of a butthole.
Yeah, there's some giant alien out there just being like, oh, right there. Oh.
Stop it, bird. Stop it.
Oh, mop it. Mop deep inside me.
Are you still there?
Oh, I'm a clean boy. Oh, I'm a clean boy.
All work and no play makes Bird a very clean boy.
Thank you.
What? Confusing thank you.
No, Andrew came by and cleaned up the shit.
Oh.
I knocked over a bucket. No, I didn't knock over a bucket. Okay, that implies that this was my fault.
Oh god.
I tried to put a bucket on the riddy ground and it just went.
Step 1 to Amazon power: never admit fault.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what they've been doing lately. Those people chose not to pee on their own accord. We didn't tell them they would get in trouble. They just knew better.
Hello. How do you do? I have a bucket.
I'm cleaning my...
And I am traditionally lost in these tunnels.
traditionally
done it.
God damn it! I knocked over a bucket. He's like a pixel, and just that was enough. That was enough.
Hello. Why is there? Wow, what have you done over here?
What?
Looks like a fucking Captain Planet villain arrived. It's just a stack of sludge buckets. I love that we can. I love that we can push each other. We're doing it, you
Captain
guys.
Planet had a pretty distinguished military career. He started as like Private Planet.
Private Planet, owned by Elon Musk.
He's a hero.
Privately owned entire planet. Inequality is a myth.
Feels like it'd be expensive.
Yes.
Having a private planet.
That's the joke of it being Elon Musk's.
He doesn't even have that much money.
As opposed to who?
Jeff Bezos. I thought Jeff Bezos had like
Jeff Bezos.
Didn't he have like $200 trillion or something?
Renowned clown performer.
$200 trillion?
I don't know, man.
Renowned clown Jeff Bezos.
I mean, what is the Amazon guy's name? I thought it was Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
Same thing.
Bezos.
What the fuck? Bezos. That's not a real name.
Bezos.
It's definitely Bezos.
Welcome to Amazon.com.
Have some candy.
Dude, there's like a commercial for Amazon that's just like, download the app and you'll find, and we'll tell you what gift to give your family. And I'm like, no. That's bad.
We know you better than you know yourself, thanks to the algorithm and the fact that we track every motion that you ever take and every purchase you ever make.
Time after time.
Which must make me a very interesting fellow.
Every step you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. Remember the creepy police song?
Everything
That's
you
just
buy.
your life now.
That's fine.
Everything you buy, everything you Google, we'll be watching you.
Will lead back to you. Everything you do on the internet. The internet. Somebody's paying to watch you.
Internet is the internet.
Algorithmically, we determined that you should probably be friends with this dead person you used to know that you were friends with. Thanks, algorithm.
I don't fucking use Facebook or anything.
I am very happy to have deactivated it a good year ago at this point. It has only improved my life to not have access to such a site.
What? You mean Congress is right to ask if social media is kind of being a bad influence on general population and mental well-being?
I mean, it's just a fact that like those websites at this point actually do control like how elections work out. Because they control, because that's where all information is conveyed. So the algorithm's choice of what stuff to show at any given day to whoever is actually affecting how people think and how the world's going to play out. So basically, if we all get like nuked to death or something, it's probably Facebook's fault. Because they decided that was the discourse for that month.
I mean, it's kind of just what it's supposed to be.
No.
Really. It's supposed to be
buckets.
I mean,
it's a mess.
It's supposed to be a punishment. I
love about this conversation. It's just like us talking about like elections and like society interrupted with fucking buckets like over and over again.
Well, I mean, this is what real life janitorial work is probably like. Talk about random bullshit and then you get pissed off because you fucked up somewhere.
I mean, in general, mass media just kind of flattens people's brains and makes them all identical, and everyone starts thinking the same way, and one guy's thought goes viral, and suddenly everyone's quoting at each other across the world, and a lot of that stuff can be toxic and weird.
I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds like a bad thing that we should probably stop from happening and not make children watch that kind of stuff for most of their entire lives.
One of the most weird little moments. Money. It'll solve all of life's problems. One of the specific insidious, like, no, why did it do that? Fuck.
Oh my god, Keith,
I hit it once. One of the really specific things that fucked with me was when I heard somebody reference the idea of, like, you could never make a movie like Blazing Saddles in the modern world, and I was just pushing you down this fucking tunnel.
I don't get a choice.
It's like hearing somebody say, like, oh, you could never make Blazing Saddles today, and I'm like, oh my god, that's literally what I hear my parents say all the time.
But I mean, that's kind of the point.
Everyone's just saying the same fucking thing all the time.
People don't want that. People don't want another Blazing Saddles. That's kind of the whole point of society progressing. It's like, that'd be like someone saying, like, man, it's gonna be really hard next show. It's like, yeah, that's the point. No one should want that. Like,
that sentence didn't transmit at all. It did the weird cutting in and out thing that happens sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah, totally cut off.
What I was saying was that it's what happened?
Keith, I wanted that bucket.
We were both holding that bucket, and Bird ran away from me, holding it, so it was splitting the difference between the two of us and floating between us until eventually I let go, and it slingshotted the back of his head and just shot the water everywhere.
It was pretty good, except for the fact that I wanted that bucket. I don't appreciate you wasting my time.
It was such a fantastic visual. Oh my god.
Dude, it was pretty great from my end, too.
Because you went flying. Like, you had this weird speed boost moment.
It was great.
We're almost done.
Man, society would have been a lot easier if everyone who disagreed with me was dead.
Like, that's part of the social media algorithm problem, is that, like, we're stuck in a situation where, like,
God, like, this is a tenacious situation we're in here.
You guys in a precarious physics little stack.
Yeah, I'm scared. These buckets are. You suck so much.
Nah, mine was clean.
Like, I just think about the fact that, like, for example, like, Trump can say something completely baffling and incendiary every day, but the fact that that's the only discussion that's visible on every social media and every news site is a thing that, like, normal humans can't control. Like, it's the people running those websites decided that's the kind of thing that should be able to dominate all discourse instead of anything that matters, is that, like, he said the thing that makes people the angry today, and so if he does that every day, he can single-handedly control all news. But for 4 years.
That's a weird fault of, like, people
and Facebook and Twitter just don't bother doing anything about that. They're just like, yeah, no, fuck it. Every time the president says anything, that's just the primary topic.
No,
and
that's
he's
why
always
would you
trending.
Kill your business. Those sites have taken off thanks to, like, far right nationalist, like, speakers. Those people have started popping up like fucking flies all over the place, and they sell ads on those on Twitter and Facebook, and YouTube to try to get more people to subscribe so they can, you know, sell books and sell vitamins and sell weird shit. Like, dude, this is perfect. This is an absolute gold mine for fucking conspiracy theorists and weird lying.
Like, that's the life, is that, like, these websites and how they choose to run, how information's presented, shapes the world in irreversible, massive ways. And, like, such a tiny number of people control what algorithm's going to be like. And they were never thinking about, like, how to make the world better when they did it.
I mean, no one ever does. You just think about how you can make your life a better way to live. You just want to be well off.
This guy just made a website that helps teenagers hook up in college, and now he's controlling elections directly and indirectly by the way that he chooses to run his information algorithms. I'm like, holy Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but, you know, I mean, I guess it's...
To be fair, that's a problem we've had for a very, very long time.
I don't know. There's not really... Is there an option? can you at this point, could you reverse it? Because it has to exist. So the only solution is to find a way to change the way that we present discourse on topics.
Yes.
I mean, so I think that the problem is that
look how clean this place is getting, except for the fact that it's fucking horrible looking all the time, no matter what.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, if you go back like a certain amount of time, everyone basically got their news from the same sources. And now it's like everyone still gets their news from the same sources. However, it's like also sliced up vertically and like micro-targeting people. So it's like you almost like it's a very odd problem. Because like everybody is like super siloed, and your viewpoints are like often being like isolated from each other.
Yeah, where you'll never encounter any kind of dissenting opinion.
Yeah, in some sense, it's almost like almost the same problem that like we used to have, where like media was controlled by a very small number of sources, but then like
it could be really fascinating to talk to somebody who just is in a completely different bubble, and every single finding out what their discourse is and what's important to that particular community right now can be such a bizarre experience. Like I remember when I found out that there's like entire groups of people that were spending a good month just being really mad about the fact that like on 2 radio stations they stopped playing the song "Baby It's Cold Outside" because a few people found it creepy, and like that, like, we gotta fight the PC culture that's taking away "Baby It's Cold Outside." We gotta get them. I'm gonna buy throw pillows that say "Baby It's Cold Outside" on the throw pillow to support the song that the libs are taking away from us. And it's like, I'm so confused. I've walked into a family member's house to see a spontaneously generated like "Baby It's Cold Outside" fucking pillow on their couch that was not there last year, and it's like clearly in response to the fact that they're doing the counter outrage of the 7th degree of discourse of whatever fucking planet they're on. And I'm like, I don't understand how this is the fixation, and this is where we are now.
Oops. Okay, so the phones are clean, guys.
It's such an experience.
But boy, I'm gonna
get another bin,
and then we're done.
I'm gonna get another bin for all the organs that the buckets keep throwing at us.
Yeah, but we're basically
for the buckets.
Anyway, I got all my news from Reddit, so
no, that's a horrible place to get news.
I get all my news from r/news. I mean, it says it right in the title, news.
Yeah, that means it's news, irrefutably and perfectly news.
Yes.
Where do you get your news from? News. Obviously. Where do you get your news from? Something that's not called news?
It seems weird that people would actually just read one place to get their news and never like check anywhere else. Just like, no, you know what? I get my news from this one source and that's all I need. They're always right. 100%. Never fail.
Well, people gravitate to whatever makes them feel the most comfortable, and then they stay there forever.
Like, I wake up in the morning, I tell
and then
my
they
fucking
die.
Alexa, and I tell my Alexa good morning, and it shouts at me like 3 different news organization top stories. And it's great. You get to hear like somebody say the same thing 3 times, except in way different ways.
How did this room get so many turds?
Because I melted all of the buckets.
That's what these are? These are melted buckets?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're metal. They're metal. You can't melt them.
Weird. These are not worth...
Incinerators can't melt metal buckets, Keith.
These are not worth melting. All they do is become another thing we have to carry anyway.
But you can put them in the box.
Like 2.
I get a
lot of the... it's not even 2. That's not even useful. The box itself is an inefficiency at that point. And some of them are so big that they don't fit.
From Reddit, but I also check like, oh god, I think I have like 12 to 15 subreddits that I check purely just for the sake of like news and like getting updates on things. Fucking, there are 3 Reddit or subreddits I go to just for the sake of keeping up with European politics.
Why would you keep up with European politics? Most Europeans don't keep up with their own politics.
European politics are fucking hilarious. Every parliament system is like, oh my god, it's like, okay, they have 700 people in their parliament, and it's just like, okay, here's like the socialists, there's 4 of them.
There's a lot of moments of like, the fine gentlemen can show themselves to the door. The fine gentlemen can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, though, like, parliamentary
like they're so angry.
Really fucking amusing to like read about.
I feel like politics is definitely just, it's not fun, and I don't understand why it has to be such a fucking show. Like, wouldn't you just want what makes everyone exist?
Throwing bucket turds at me.
I don't know, it just seems weird to be like, yeah, we have to make it so only one person time. Why? We could all just have a good time. It's a fucking whole, it's a huge planet. Like, what the fuck?
I can't comprehend what you're saying. Both because, it's both
very confusing.
It's both a word soup and you keep cutting in and out.
Oh, why am I cutting in and out?
I don't know. For the last month or so, every now and then you'll just randomly, literally sound like somebody's switching your audio on and off over and over again.
Cool.
Yeah, he's basically Buckethead.
Mr. Bucket?
No, not Mr. Bucket. The guy who played Guitar Hero.
The guy who played Guitar Hero.
No, he played the song that was in Guitar Hero, and everyone was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, no, he played... Oh god, what was it called now? Jordan.
Jordan.
He made Jordan.
Yes.
He also made the Power Rangers theme song, I think.
I'm not surprised.
With that ridiculous, endless guitar solo. Oopsie. I forgot to do a scrub first.
I remember watching like a video where they were showing like Japanese people aren't like us taking their stuff.
Ooh,
and how we converted it, you know, like we did that with Power Rangers, we did that with Pokemon, like, because you know they all have different intro and theme songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember Japanese people really liking the Power Rangers themes, like, oh, kakoi. Like,
it's really good. it's a really good guitar solo.
Yeah, like they were complaining because the Kamen Rider ones are more authentic Japanese chants, like yo karyoto sayo, that kind of shit. They're like, oh, you know, like the American one was like kick-ass rock music, and you know, like
yo ho ho.
It could have been worse. It could have been the
God. No, that's different.
Dragon Ball Z American theme song, which is just so cringy.
Well, I mean, it's there's limitations where I understand that, like, okay, someone goes, someone argues like, I don't want to watch an anime where I have to read because I'm bad at reading or something. That's fine, but you don't need to know the you don't need to know the words to a fucking theme song.
He cut out, but I lost no understanding.
Yeah.
Oh, I just meant that you don't need to understand a song, like an opening theme doesn't have to
understand anything.
Well, no, but
I was so unexposed that when I would watch Team 4-Star, I didn't realize that was just the original theme song of Dragon Ball Z. I thought it was a parody song they made up for the show.
No.
But it's so much better.
It's so ridiculous sounding all the way down to like the yeah, and I'm like, oh, they just ran out of lyrics because they're fucking around in their dumb joke intro. But it's actually the real theme song of Dragon Ball Z. I had never heard of it out before then.
And that's like,
sounds like a joke.
That's amazing. That's like the best part, is that you like the theme songs are just like One Piece has some of the stupidest fucking theme songs, and Naruto has some of the worst ones. Bleach is just,
I believe it.
Inexcusable. Oh, I need to clean my fucking
My sins cannot be forgiven. Ooh, almost hit that. That would have been bad.
We're almost done.
We're getting so far, you guys. I can't wait to find out why we're fired.
Yeah, I can't wait to have done all this work, and it's like...
That is a huge fucking stack of USB sticks, by the way. Jesus Christ.
Been piling them up, my man.
Yeah.
This level had an assload of lore to ignore.
I read all of it. Except for the stuff that you probably burned before I got to it.
I burned a lot of pieces of paper.
Wah, wah.
I really hope we were supposed to keep these prisoners.
This is one of the most viewed streams I've done in a long time.
How many people are watching?
We got 45 people.
Yikes! Too many people.
Yeah, for this game. I found another little USB.
Bring it to the pile.
It was in a random prisoner cell. We definitely are not going to have them all. They're so tiny.
I don't even know if we're supposed to have them all or destroy them all.
We've been able to like punch out people's time. We've been able to like punch out people's like time clocks before in some of these missions, I think.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, all you need to do is just like go up to a certain terminal and just jam it in there. Alternatively, you can incinerate them all. So
hello.
So
you go back to the start of the level, just over here, and you just like plonk it in.
Yeah, it was the punch automatic.
Yeah.
Did it work?
I mean, you come in, you like put it in the side, like over here, and then it'll work. Dang.
No, I think this is where we stop.
Okay, well, into the incinerator they go.
No. What if you're making a horrible mistake?
Is there like a place?
I found another one. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, don't throw them away. Like, keep them where they are. We don't know if we're supposed to destroy them or not.
Okay, you're supposed to plug them into a certain terminal. I just don't know where it is.
Chat, do all the research for us.
Well, there's a lot of locked rooms. Oh, I found prisoner 666.
Yeah,
the number of the beast. I just put the broom in the garbage. I just put the broom in the incinerator. Hope no one needed that.
Please swipe your card and pull the crank.
No, you don't need to do that. That ends
what do
the
brooms even do in this game?
Sweet.
They push stuff around just like they do it in real life. Oh shit, prisoner 420.
Oh my god. The anointed one. There actually no more mess anywhere? Oh yeah, that's what the sniffer's for. Come out here, sniffer.
Jean Valjean.
You guys know about do you know about the sniffer, Andrew?
Is that weird
nose thing?
Handheld device?
Yeah.
Well, there's I heard a noise.
You sense.
Carrying a box.
You hear it just sense gross.
Incinerator.
There's some here.
You're leaving footprints, egad.
Am I? Oh, my bad. Alright, where's the little...
Whoa, I'm back to low frame rate. Why is it happening? There's nothing here. I think this one room just lowers my frame rate, but only sometimes.
Oh. There's another little thing. Wait, what the fuck is this scanner for? How do I know which one is for which?
Where do you think house centipedes lived before houses were made?
I think if you right click into purple mode that's lower pitch, I think that one's for finding bullet holes. Which there is one over here. And you can fix bullet holes with a gun.
It's hilarious.
Yes, it is a bit counterintuitive. Just fix the bullet holes with your gun. It's easy. Yeah, Andrew, if you shoot a bullet hole for a while with a gun, then the bullet hole will go away. It like fuses it back together, essentially. But if you shoot for too long, then the thing where fucking fire goes all over the walls and you have to clean it up happens.
Oh.
Yeah, those streaks of ash smoke that go everywhere. We're doing it.
My sniffer. Oh, found some buckets down here.
Mr. Buckets.
Throw these bad boys in the incinerator.
Whoa.
The phone keeps going on?
Just wildly swinging around with a toppled over bucket. How'd you get that bucket, sir?
It was at the bottom of the pile. Where the one.
Oh, that tunnel where a bird threw a bunch of buckets.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, you don't know that was me. What the fuck?
You literally said it was you.
Yeah. What the fuck?
You already admitted it.
You admitted to that.
Are you putting them all in there?
That I did it. An admission is not evidence. I could be hearsaying myself. You know?
I mean,
fine. You can hear
there is a conversation to be had about false confessions, but it is evidence.
I mean, it may not be good evidence,
That
but
fucked
it is
with
evidence.
me. The documentary, was it the Confession Tapes on Netflix?
Yeah.
Where it's an entire documentary series about false confessions, essentially, where people are convicted of crimes where it's questionable whether or not the confession's even a reasonable, admissible thing.
Oh man, and if you read about that stuff happening like in the Jim Crow era too, like it's so sad.
I do remember hearing like I remember watching a video where someone was talking about people who were killed for a crime they didn't commit, like who got the death penalty for a crime they didn't commit, and it's like, God, I would be furious, like sitting in a cell and someone's like, all right, you piece of shit, it's time to die. It's like, I fucking didn't do this. It's like, I would be like, I would curse whoever did the crime and hope that witchcraft is real. It's like,
hot take from Andrew. If I was on death row for a crime I didn't do, I'd be real ticked off.
I mean, I would be.
I found more goopy ash up here that nobody found.
I feel like those are the only time I could believe in. Like, ghosts have to be people who are real pissed off at being
They're so rage-filled, they transcend humanity.
Yeah, they like transcend death. Like, their soul screams so loud that it cannot be quelled by God. Like, it just retains.
Well, you don't have to be dead to have that happen to you.
Oh, he knows.
This is being a millennial.
You just need to see him in a match with the Widowmaker.
Yeah. No,
where
kill him.
He gets so fucking mad at Widowmaker, he fucking creates a Horcrux in the moment by splitting his soul.
Where is little more dongles? Are there more dongles up here?
We got a lot of this place cleaned up, except for the part where it can never be truly clean. Both morally and because this place is fucking gross anyway. I can't get over the wormhole rooms where a vortex is opened in the wall and like a toilet's in the wall and the bed is like upturned and crooked and shit, because it looks like a fucking Psychonauts level.
Yeah, and don't you think that we would be tasked with cleaning up that room? But like, no, apparently not.
Wow.
Yeah, we're not doing anything about the tunnels.
I'm going through the tunnels and I'm not hearing anything.
You think we'd be deleting the tunnels instead, like closing them off, not like mopping them?
Yeah, not mopping the
We're mopping the dirt tunnels that we don't presumably even have a use for, because they're enemy. They're evil alien tunnels. We never used this, by the way.
Alright, guys.
This level had an elevator the whole time that we never used.
Well, why would we? We have to wait for something?
That's really rare. This thing's usually really helpful.
I'm not waiting.
Well, no. Usually the thing is no, not that elevator. I mean the portable elevator. Usually,
yeah, the portable.
Usually you need the portable elevator in these levels in order to like scrub the ceiling and shit.
Oh.
But instead, it just sat here unused by us.
All right, we got a little bit of schmutz in the corner.
A little bit of schmutz.
Remember, wait, do we need to clean the ceiling? Like, we haven't really looked up.
If you see any, I've been looking for mess and I'm not really seeing it. Remember not to clock out. Whatever you do, don't clock out, because when we decide to clock out, I need to save first, because usually when we clock out, the game crashes the first time, and I have to load it back up and find out what our score is at the second time.
Oh,
all right, I'm ready to call it here.
You think so?
I think, yeah. I'm confident.
Okay.
Did you burn all of the fucking chips?
No, I didn't burn any of them. I put them into the place they're supposed to go.
Absolutely did.
No, I sat here and plugged them one by one into the terminal at the start of the level.
Every single one.
I put them into a container.
I wish I could believe you.
Them up here.
Okay. Oh, we had a lantern disposal. We had a lantern distributing thing this whole time.
Yeah, but there weren't any burnt out lantern things either.
No, but we could have used them to light up the dark tunnel areas to see if they're to try to find the ash and everything.
Probably.
All the goopiness.
All right, Keith, why don't you save?
Yeah, I saved. Let's see here.
Alrighty, ready for the game to crash.
I am proud of my performance and certain it will meet with approval. Click. Loading.
Oh.
The office.
Oh.
Demoted.
God damn it.
You return to your office after doing the barest minimum asked of you. You know you're going to get some hard-ass inspector to complain about your work, leaving you without safety equipment, but you don't care. You decide to crack open a Fat Man and watch some alien porn on your Bitterman 500.
Okay.
We got demoted because we...
Why did we do bad?
I don't understand.
Fucking
I'll never
understand
know.
this game.